Good morning from Google EMEA's headquarters here in, you'd have to see it to believe it, sunny Dublin. Welcome to the 10th Google Marketing Platform live stream, hosted by myself and Nico, focusing on the first part of a two-part audience strategy coming from Google Analytics 360. We hope you enjoy this presentation, and please sit back, relax, and bring your questions at the end. Right. While I have you at full attention, I would like you to focus on our new GMP biweekly newsletter. You can sign up or subscribe. Don't look now, but it's in the description below in the YouTube description. If you'd like to subscribe, we're looking at the latest updates on products, industry, inventory opportunities, training, and learning across Google Marketing Platform. Right, back to the presentation. In the next 25 minutes, Nico and I are going to help you answer these three questions. Why Google Analytics should be a part of a critical piece of your audience infrastructure, how to leverage Google Analytics data for enriching your insights and audience creation, and what are the options in utilizing these insights across GMP from GA360. So first off, the why. Digital marketing maturity helps brands unlock the power of data-driven marketing. This quote is directly from the BCG study that the study was conducted in 2017, 18, and 19 by the Boston Consulting Group on behalf of Google. The tests were based on using the GMP stack to its full potential, giving results averaging a 30% decrease in costs and a 20% increase in sales/revenue. The test proved the value of utilizing the platform's maturity. What you're seeing here in the middle of the graph are the types of projects you can adopt along the way, bucketed into four main categories from nascent, emerging, connected to multi-moment. 50% of companies believe that part of the study believe that it will take more than 2 years to reach its full potential of data-driven marketing. The power of integrating. I'm now going to pass you on to Nico, who's going to bring you through the power of integrating GA360 across the GMP stack.
Hi, everyone. So let's look at the how now. How Google can help you build this audience strategy with the Google Marketing Platform integrated with Analytics 360. The path to marketing success begins with integration by bringing your site and media data together. Analytics 360 integrates natively with the whole GMP ecosystem and all its platforms. Analytics 360 provides both reporting integration with your buying optimization tools, as well as audience activation, which we'll be focusing on later today. On display and video 360, your audiences from Analytics can be combined with other data sets. For example, third-party audiences within the audience module in TV. Google Ads users can also use Analytics 360 audiences in their Google Ads display network and, of course, YouTube campaigns. And finally, Optimize 360, you can develop a more personalized site experience to the audience you are reaching with tailored advertising. By linking Analytics to your advertising platforms, data will be flowing both ways. Site metrics, conversions, Analytics remarketing lists from Analytics, and campaign performance along with media cost will flow back to your Analytics properties. Leverage powerful integration with instant activation. As we just mentioned, you can leverage your integrations, which in turn creates an aggregated data set that can be quickly analyzed and acted upon in a split of a second. Analytics 360 unique integration allows the savvy marketeer an enriched, aggregated set of data. They also provide a means to instantly activate customer and campaign information, even while campaigns are already in flight. You can see here that features like enhanced reporting, audience targeting, and smart bidding will be available in their respective platforms with Analytics 360. Audience list multi-destination support. With audience destination, you can publish your audiences to Google Ads, TV360, Search Ads 360. And I am excited to announce you that as of last month, you now have the ability to publish a single audience to up to 10 destinations, including multiple platforms and accounts. And finally, with enhanced reporting in Analytics 360, you can monitor how those audiences are performing. Now I'm going to send it back to Brett, who's going to talk to you audiences analytics narrative.
Great. Now we're looking at the what side of the three-part introduction. So using Analytics 360 audience segments across Google Marketing Platform is one of the best performing targeting tactics available. Boston Consulting Group. These integrations discussed above by Nico enable the 4 use cases, which are finding your best customers, know those that you don't want, easily group these customers into custom segments, and then better serve better creative to them to help improve customer experience and drive business objectives. Real first-party data. When someone visits your website, we're able to collect and measure over 250 metrics and dimensions on the types of users' engagement, behavior, which channel they came from, and even uploading offline data. Your options are endless when it comes to building out audiences in J360. I'll deep dive into the top ready reports for you to gain insights on how to create the best audiences for you. Who are my customers? First of all, with Google Signals enabled, you have the ability to test your audiences as segments first. By intertwining Google audience data, with your own first-party data, you can use user demographics, geographics, interests, in-market behaviors, affinity categories, and more, giving you the ability to test your hypothesis on actual active campaigns all the way to conversion funnels. What do my customers do on site? Next, we'll dive into the behavior reports to understand how users are navigating across your site. In these reports, we can identify which parts of your site need optimization and where users are spending their time. You can also see what they are searching for and how to apply segments in any report to get a better view of specific groups of users. For example, here we can see in the slide that users are really interested in the Nest devices. We've applied a segment to dig into mobile traffic deeper and can see that out of was it 1,857 users, 47 of these searches came from mobile traffic in the past week. What are driving my conversions? Of course, at the end of the day, what we really want is for customers to take action. With conversion reporting, you can define your goals and see which users are completing high-value actions. With e-commerce and enhanced e-commerce functionality enabled, you can use the shopping behavior analysis to identify customers that are dropping off the checkout process and create audiences of these users along the funnel with one click. Going deeper with advanced analysis in Google Analytics 360. For Analytics 360 customers, you have the option to dig even deeper into your insights with advanced analysis. This is great for when you're trying to test a hypothesis between audience lists, especially cross funnel. So with the funnel technique, you can discover that return visitors and first-time visitors have different conversion rates along the purchase funnel. And this account creation step is a significant bottleneck for new visitors, as you see above. With a segment overlap technique, you can quickly understand how the 3 segments overlap without needing to create multiple segments. For example, you can uncover how many of your bounced customers are new versus returning users. Right, surface quick insights using intelligence. Google Analytics Intelligence makes surfacing insights even easier. If you don't want to analyze data in the context of your reports or writing formulas and code to query the raw data in BigQuery, you can simply ask the intelligence things like, show me which page has the highest e-commerce conversion rate. And if you want to dive deeper into how you you can click through to the report to continue on your analysis. Intelligence also surfaces relevant insights to you automatically as we detect behavior on your site. You can access the automated generated insights here at any time. Next click. There. Right, next slide. Manually creating audiences generate custom audiences that matter to you. Right, Nico will demo this later, but let's have it in a slide real quick. Once you have an idea of a specific audience you want to create, Google Analytics provides you a few options to define, many options to define these audiences quickly and precisely. Manually creating these audiences in the Audience Builder enables you to tap into over 250 metrics, like we talked above, and dimensions to dial in on precisely the users you want to reach. This includes all of the dimensions we discussed earlier, like demographics, behavior, conversions. You can also define conditions based off Google data and imported data, let's say from CRM database. The audience builder supports and/or conditions on multiple criteria and also supports state-based definitions. For example, all users who visited the shopping cart page but didn't convert or never completed conversion. Automated audiences. Generate high-performing audiences automatically using machine learning. Tap into Google's machine learning capabilities within GA360 out of the box to build audiences that are likely to help you achieve your goals. Conversion probability, for one, classifies users based off their likelihood to convert in the next 30 days. You can use the conversion probability report to further understand how these users compare to your other users and across acquisition channels and quickly build audiences to engage these users. Similarly, the session quality report identifies sessions based off the proximity to a conversion. You can combine conversion probability or session quality with other dimensions in the audience builder. For example, you can create an audience of users who have less than 10% probability of converting and who's visited a t-shirt page. Next. Right, next I'm going to pass you on to Nico, who's going to bring you through a video we created earlier because it's really hard to put in a actual demo of GA360. So we created this earlier and he's going to bring you through the steps probably twice because it's a little bit quick.
So thank you, Brett. Here we go. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very easy. Launch the video. So this is the UI. You go in the admin panel here, and then once you're in the admin panel, you go in the property section all the way down to audience definition and click on audiences. And here you have a few options. You can either let's wait a little bit. Either create a new audience or import from the solution gallery. Today, I'm just going to create the audience there. Click on it. And now you can either import a segment that you already created or just select one of those audiences there. Here, just click on the smart list and add it there. By best practices, it's better to have GA260 as a name, then the property name, and then the name of your audience. And here I'm just selecting all the audiences, the multi-destination audiences that we've all been waiting for a long time, and just publish it, and that's it.
All right, let's go through that one more time.
Okay, one more time.
Goes a little bit quick.
It is a bit quick. So admin here.
Admin panel. Into your audience definitions once it loads.
In the property column, yeah. Audiences.
And then you have two options: import from segments or import from solutions gallery and create your own, or edit an original. We've created a few solution galleries as well, by the way, best practices based off the verticals. So new, right here, yeah, create import. New.
When on Smart List, maybe I can tell you more on Smart List. Smart List use our machine learning algorithm, and it just use all the signals and for the users that are most likely to convert.
And then you missed the column there, but it was eligibility. So let's say in Smart List, it's eligible across almost all platforms. Rather, if you were to use Google Signal data, intertwining it, it's only available in Google Ads, not in GV360 as of yet.
Yeah, here.
But it will tell you exactly. It'll tell you the eligibility of your audience depending on how you decided to build it.
Yeah, and yeah, that's very good. And also just want to make sure that the best practices on naming the audiences have the GA260 as a source, and then name your property, and then finally name your list, your audience that you created.
Yeah. And then the membership duration there, you can select up to 540 days, depending on how long you wish the user to stay in that audience list for until they complete a conversion. Right.
So that's it.
2 more slides
for the demo, and finally a quick recap. Present. Better that way. So put it all together to improve user experience. Google Analytics helps you develop a comprehensive plan for activating your insights across your marketing strategy. With GA, you can find your target segments of users based on audiences to better define who you want to reach. You can also use these audiences as a seed list for expanding your reach with features like similar audiences in media buying platform. Finally, your digital marketing efforts often lead back to your web or mobile site. Using Google Optimize, you can guide your prospect towards conversions by making on-the-fly changes to your website. in order to test different messaging or create personalized experience based on what you already know about your customers. So here are the next steps. First, remember to integrate GA with GMP. Second one, create meaningful segments that really matters to your business. And finally, convert your segments into audiences to activate cross platforms. So now we're going to go
into questions.
Into the questions.
Before we go into questions, I'd just like to say thank you for joining in. We are having the next step, or the next part of GA audiences, which is going to deep dive into more of the maturity projects that involve Google Analytics audiences and how you can achieve them. Are you ready for them? What are the resources needed? And that should be coming along with I think the next week or so. But yeah, into the questions.
So here's the first question. Do you have any favorite audience framework? That's a good question, but it's also hard to answer this one, because everyone have different needs. Every business would have really different audiences as well. So it's hard to pinpoint a single audience that will work best for everyone. I say it's important to look at what industry you're on and what does matter most to you. What are you looking at?
Yeah, for me, it's real basic, but it's actually very, very, very good. Cross-channel audience creation. So in GA360, we get not just display or Google Ads or social channels. We're getting in every single channel. So organic, social, all the way down to video and YouTube. So what I like to do is, it's very basic but very good, is to, let's say you have a big campaign going on in social, and that's specifically a branding campaign that you're trying to move people along the conversion funnel. I like to collect these grasps of users as a segment in GA and then push these back to the Google marketing platform and either search or display your marketing, depending on what they did on site. So if they came to the site, clicked on the ad, but didn't do anything after, that's where you can continue to put them into the branding campaign. Or if they've converted and they've done a few actions, then you can put them down lower in the funnel and say, I want to make sure that they do more engaged stuff on the website or have a higher spend value. But yeah, that's basically my favorite audience framework that could go across multiple industries. Right, next question.
So the next question is, I'd like to have a few more details about lists I can create on GA360. Is there some good list I can create on several advertisers except the smart list or Bounce? I think this one is, again, I think it goes along with the first question we just answered there. It's smart list and bounce rate doesn't really analyze your on-site behavior.
So let me answer just the usual way I talk to my clients when they ask me specific questions about how do I start building lists? What should I do? I usually say, what are your current active campaigns in your buying platforms? How do you see, what do you see in overall? What is their KPIs? What do you see their overall success of a campaign? And then what are your current targeting? What are you currently looking for as these group of users? Think of that, put it into GA360, create segments, create hypothesis to see if it's working well against current live campaigns, see how it's adding value to your current campaigns. And then you can share that list with the campaign, do an A/B test to see if you're either creating it as a similar audience to base it off the highest engaged users, or else you can use it as they've already converted. I don't want them to. They've already converted with different other conversions that floodlights don't track, or the third party just don't track. So I want to make sure that I want to exclude these users from my audiences. Like adding Google Analytics 360 audiences are more about adding value to your objectives on the media side, and then also for measuring success of the campaigns across channel. So it is a bit of a difficult one to answer, but when we're going into the next stage or the next step with the next live stream on Google Analytics audiences, you'll see how these projects relate back to the more detailed specific audiences you can create for lifetime value, for an O2O strategy, for predictive lifetime value, all the way just down to cross-channel segmentation. But yeah, that's essentially it. But I recommend you reaching out to either your GA360 technical specialist or your Google representative, and they'll be like helpful, very helpful to help you out. But yeah, that's all questions I can see. There's nothing more. Thanks for joining in today, guys. Look forward to doing this again sometime.
Remember to subscribe to the newsletter.
Subscribe to the newsletter. It's in the description.
Bye-bye.
Bye.